Hi, I'm Doreen Barnes, host of TV Kojiko's Reader's Corner. What makes a book a great read? Could it be romance? Could it be maybe the treachery or the secrecy? Or yet again, is it the use of the wealth? Well, these characteristics and more appear in Deborah Marshall's book, Sinabar. It's a sizzling romance. Deborah, is Sinabar the first book that you've ever written?
Yes, it is.
And why did you write this book?
Well, in my early 40s, I discovered I wasn't going to be training horses forever, and I needed to make an income at home, so I had been praying about that. And lo and behold, a dream came to me with the name of the book, most of the storyline, and I just sat up and started writing because it just seemed like a gift from God, and away you go.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? Deborah, give our audience a synopsis of the novel, please.
Well, it's all about two previously divorced people coming together and through extraordinary happenings finding out that they have lived past lives together. And then our protagonist learns that in order for them to stay together and protect their family, she is going to have to fight an age-old evil.
Whoa. Tell us, or at least indicate, who is your favorite character throughout the novel?
Well, I think Edward is my favorite character because he comes from a place of insecurity and having been badly abused in his previous marriage. He comes from a very unstable place, and to me that's very interesting.
And how did you find the names for your characters?
Well, I would have liked to have used exotic names, which I like, but it hit me that the reader needs to relate with my characters, so I decided to give them everyday names that you use every day and not be too exotic.
Great. Is there a specific incident in the book that keeps playing over and over in your mind?
Yes, there is. It's the drownings, before the drowning scene and the drowning scene, but I'll just read you a little piece of it.
Please.
Edward had some distance to cover to reach the location on the causeway far below the headlands where the woman's body crashed down into the roiling water. He didn't know if he could get there in time. The wave action would be pulling her out, away from the shore wall. He was running recklessly and certainly much faster than he could ever remember running before. He ran on, heart pounding wildly, trying to measure his breath, pushing harder and harder, eyes straining all the while to catch a glimpse of the woman's head bobbing in the waves. Where is she?
So, Deborah, how long did it take you to write this book?
Well, off and on for 8 years. I was not being a writer. I was very insecure about the story. I felt very led as I was writing it, and it was just like watching a movie on television. So I just basically had to get it from that television I was watching in my brain to the book.
Onto paper. Now, did you have anybody look this over, and were they encouraging when they did read it?
Yes, that was the process I went through to teach myself that it was worthy. I gave different chapters to different people, not necessarily close friends, but a different selection of people, and waited to hear back from them. They all come back with the same idea. They wanted more chapters. They were excited. And so that let me know that it was worthwhile and that I was getting across to people. So then I just kept on writing.
Good for you. Now, is there a subliminal meaning to the story of the book?
Yes, in being a spiritual guide, I like to hope that people will be gaining something from their read, and so definitely there is.
Deborah, your past careers have been horse breeding. You've trained horses, you've modeled, you've been a cosmetician, a secretary, a professional, as well as a personal lecturer. Has this assisted you at all in writing Sinabar?
Oh, by all means. I find that every person who picks up a pen to write uses every experience that they've ever gone through to get across to people.
Are you a self-educator?
Yes, I am. I taught myself everything from books, and I love my books.
You love your books. When you were growing up, were you a curious child?
Yes, I learned strict obedience. I learned patience, and also to be an outside-the-box thinker.
That's handy in today's world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now, when did God actually enter your life?
I guess in my early 40s, was the first time I started praying. The first time I prayed for anything for myself, and that's how I came about to write this book.
I see. Okay, now you are a spiritual guide, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Now, what do you say to non-believers?
Well, basically, I let them know where I stand in believing in God the Creator, and and after that, I just see where they want to go to. If they're more comfortable in talking about God, that's fine. If not, we talk about how the universe works.
Tell me about your relationship with animals.
Well, I've always loved animals and always had animals, and becoming a trainer of horses and dogs, I guess they learn that I'm an alpha personality right away, and they learn that I'm kind, so therefore they understand and they get along with me well.
What kind of advice would you give to a budding author?
Really to start journaling everything and just start practice writing and read some books and basically just persist and go with whatever's true to you.
Will there be a sequel to Sinabar?
Oh, definitely so.
There will be, eh? And where can people actually find Sinabar?
It's available online through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Author House Pub.
Deborah, any parting words?
Well, I guess the reason I wrote the book was in this day and age of pressures and stresses, people really need escapism. And I feel that this is escapism at its finest. It's riveting, it's exciting, and a great love story. So also I hope that people will glean a little bit of the spirituality that I've woven throughout the story as well.
And the sequel that we were talking about, can you just indicate where that will take place?
It starts in North England and quickly moves into Scotland, and we'll go back into ancient history in Scotland, and I'm hoping that there will be more books to follow as well.
So we're looking at a series here, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for being with us, and my name is Doreen Barnes. Hi, I'm Doreen Barnes, host of TV Kojiko's Reader's Corner. What makes a book a great read? Could it be romance? Could it be maybe the treachery or the secrecy? Or yet again, is it the use of the wealth? Well, these characteristics and more appear in Deborah Marshall's book, Sinabar. It's a sizzling romance.